went for work?
Yeah, in East Greenland we had to, it was like, is it an hour and a half flight, and then we went sailing around to the small villages.
Hi, Paarma. Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. So we're excited to have you back here in Edwardsville, and basically want to hear your story as a youth exchange student.
Yeah.
How you made that decision to come here, when you came, what families you stayed with, and then we're fortunate to have your host family here. So we'll have them speak on camera as well. So just tell us a bit about yourself. And
my name is Paarma Holm, and I come from Greenland. And when was it? I guess I saw it was actually an ad on a paper that you could you could apply, or just that you wanted to be an exchange student, and I wanted to be an exchange student, so you had to write about yourself and what you like, because they had to choose from all the people, and then I was chosen by but it was like, we have a Rotary in Greenland, in Nuuk also, so yeah. And then it was actually, I went to Denmark because our Rotary Club is it's like one of with the Danish
okay, like
Rotary.
the same district.
So, yeah, the same district. So I went I met up with the Danish exchange students, yeah. And then when I came here, it was actually fun because you only had you could only see, I think there wasn't you couldn't make videos or anything, so I actually don't think that Linda Schaefer was my first family. And when she picked me up in the airport, she thought she was going to looking for a Danish blonde hair girl, and I came because actually I think my the Rotary, the club or the nationality and everything said Danish, so I think that's why. But I stayed at four families.
Oh, wonderful.
Linda Schaefer and Carla and Bruce Corey, and then Patty Thede. Now she's married again. So and then the Schuetzenhofers. So
Nice.
Yeah.
And you went to EHS?
Yeah, I went to EHS.
What was that experience like?
It was a big school, yeah, a lot of students. And I remember I had the easy classes, I think, I had aerobics and PE and
Greek mythology.
Yeah, Greek mythology and crafts, and it was easy classes. But
I remember helping you with math though.
Yeah, that was, I remember that I cried once in math because it.
Okay, so we're here with the Schuetzenhofers, Gerry and Patty. So you guys hosted Paarma for several months. Want to hear about what that experience was.
Okay. Well, I think that Carrie, Babington, and Joe Malench are the ones that talked us into doing the program. I talked Gerry into it probably, and then he convinced me. And our kids at the time, our son was, I think, 12, and our daughter was 9. Or maybe our son was 13,
Right.
4 years apart. So they were younger, they weren't in high school yet. And Paarma was our first student that we took in. And I don't know. I know I didn't know much about what to do
Right.
to prepare, other than to have a room and a place for her. And she was pretty shy when she came, and she didn't speak English real well. So she's much better at that now. And but I think she came to us right after Christmas that year and stayed through June or July. And we haven't seen her for the 20 years since she left in 2003. So this has really been a nice surprise and a nice visit. And it seems like we just took off from where we left.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable and just the same. I remember Paarma being amazed at our road system because they don't have big highways and roads to drive places. They kind of take helicopters or boats from town to town in Greenland. So that's one thing that I thought was really an odd thing that I hadn't thought of. I don't know, what do you want to say?
Just that we got involved with the program at the urging of people that had done the program before.
Right.
And we thought it was really great for our kids along the line, but it ended up being also great for our friends and the rest of our family, because we were always including them in the different holiday celebrations, and we had friends that would took Paarma to Chicago, for a trip, and we'd have other friends that would want to take her other places, and so I think it's an experience that was great for us personally, and our kids really grew from it, because we had 3 exchange students in a row. We had Paarma and Gerry and Lucas for those 3 years, so it was perfect timing to have the kids reach out and learn something about other cultures,
Right.
and look at the world maybe a little different way. But overall, we made so many friends and acquaintances just with Paarma, or she met so many of our friends and acquaintances that we had a little party for her while she was back, and everybody remembered her and everybody saw her again. So, like Pat said, it was like catching up right where we left off, and I think that it was a great experience for her, and it was a great experience for us.
Oh, wonderful. So you're the third child almost when she came.
I do remember spending lots of Saturdays, like every half hour, taking one kid here and picking one up, and taking one another place and picking one up. And
Right.
But also our daughter, when Paarma first came the first night, was crying in her room and said, what'd she say? She wanted her family back the way that it was. So.
Because she had another sister,
And then when Paarma left, she was crying again.
Right.
Because she was going to miss her. So.
Oh, so beautiful. But so Joe, you were president when this happened. How did that come to be?
Yeah, I didn't realize or wasn't thinking about it, but yeah, I was president the year that Paarma was here. So, I think Gerry and I and Pat were friends for a long time, and I think I felt like they would have a good experience just based upon the kids that I had, and we had the same situation in that.
Okay, so you had mentioned that somebody that influenced the decision. Carrie?
I had by that time I had 2 exchange students myself. One before I became a Rotarian, and one when I moved to Edwardsville and became a Rotarian. And it was very positive experiences both times. I think that it is very positive for the Rotary Exchange program that Paarma came back here after 20 years to attend her high school class reunion. And so that just shows you, the bonds that were created, and she went and had a great time and reconnected with a lot of her old friends that she hadn't seen for 20 years.
I came back. I have a son, he's 9, and I wish I would have brought him but to show him. But I guess I can come another time.
Were you 18 then or 19?
I was 18.
18.
Then. I turned 18 that day. Yeah.
Okay.
What day is your birthday?
31st of May. Yeah.
So that would be a young senior here.
Yeah.
Now, did you have siblings at home, brothers and sisters?
No,
You're an only child?
Yeah.
That had to be hard for your mother, though.
Yeah.
And then your parents to send you across.
But actually, right back then, they divorced. And she said she was actually happy back then that I wasn't there because she met her husband back the husband she had back then.
So it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
So does South Greenland get a lot of snow too?
Not as much as what we do, but actually we also don't get as cold and as much snow as they do in North Greenland. I think it's from the next towns, they have sled dogs, so they can only have dogs, they can have normal.
We were talking about golf the other night, and I asked her if there was golf
Yeah,
in her city,
we
and
do,
she said
yeah.
yes, and so I looked it up, and it's like a 9-hole course.
Yeah,
But then they talked about, they used to have an ice golf
Yeah.
championship.
yeah,
When the water would freeze over, they would
Yeah,
go
yeah,
out
yeah.
and play
Mhm.
golf on this ice, and they
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about the town having the sled dogs and not to pet them because
yeah,
they
yeah,
might,
yeah,
even
yeah.
with your gloves,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
your
yeah.
fingers off.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
But I think they stopped the ice.
Ice
Golf,
golf, but
because
it's
it doesn't
because
freeze.
yeah, it doesn't
Because the
freeze.
ice doesn't
freeze.
Many places it doesn't freeze.
Because they would drive them
Think
out.
how far
on
we
this
could hit our
water.
drives.
Yeah. My friend, she actually started playing golf, and she asked me if I wanted to, but I don't know. I don't think.
One 9-hole course would seem like it'd be a little tough to get on. But how many people are in your city?
30,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one.
No, 20, around
You said
20.
19 now.
Now, are you in the southern part of Greenland or a little bit
West. She's
I
in the
don't know.
middle. Yeah.
west middle?
No,
It's the capital.
The capital.
What's the capital?
Nuuk.
Nuuk.
Look.
That's where she is. It's just 19,000.
Okay.
Because a lot of the towns are very small.
Yeah. They are,
Villages.
yeah.
It's like Alaska.
And what's the biggest thing economic-wise?
What?
Or what's the economy like?
Like the currency? we
No,
use for-
the biggest economic activities.
That must be fishing, like prawns. Yeah.
Shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp. Yeah.
Commercial fishing.
Yeah.
Archie's got you on
Do
camera.
you have
Yeah.
manufacturing over there at all?
Quit
Yeah,
scratching.
we do. Yeah.
Archie.
How many people are in the entire country, Paarma?
I think around 60,000 people.
60,000.
60,000?
Yes.
The whole country?
Yes.
Whoa.
Does that count the military base or no?
All of it.
So the military base, is that a U.S. base?
Yeah.
So you don't have your own military?
We actually, no, we don't have military, but they also have like a Danish, the Danish military.
Isn't the military base kind of out in the middle of nowhere? Or is it
It's
close to-
it's in the North Greenland, but actually there used to be one in South Greenland too, and then you are not allowed to get in there. Like it's only the military people staying there. Yeah. Actually, when I was leaving, I think it was the night before when I packed my suitcase. I didn't look for how warm or cold it was, what the temperature was here. So I thought maybe it's a bit cold because I remember you had snow. You have snow in the winter. Then I looked. Oh, it's hot. I think I need to have some other more summer clothes.
Yeah.
Than I was thinking about packing. So yeah.
What's the hardest thing about youth exchange?
Yeah, like when I came, I think the first 3 months of the stay, it's like that's the hardest part. That's where you have to also your host family, but also your family has to like just keep you in because you are a bit homesick. The first 3 months, everything is new, and even though back then I thought, oh, I can speak some English, but I wasn't actually that good as I was thinking. So some things I had to look up in the dictionary. Back then we didn't have like an app. You could just write. So but after those 3 months it gets easier and you get friends and
So how did you communicate with family back home?
I think I called every Sunday or something. I think we had like we had a rule, not a rule, but I couldn't call that often also because maybe it would be harder for me. So I just would sit and call.
I don't know if Rotary had guidelines on that.
I think so. I
they
think
did.
so.
think
Yeah.
They might
Yeah.
have. They might have.
Yeah.
They don't want you to stay too close in touch with your family because
Yeah.
then you don't let go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they had maybe some guidelines. I don't remember exactly what it
Yeah, I
was.
think so.
But I don't ever remember saying, no, you can't call.
No. But I also remember back then I wrote letters with my grandma.